Sophie's story is really starting to pick up the pace. And to be honest, a bit more quickly than I ever thought possible. When we first met, Sophie had a goal, but no plan to get there. She was focused entirely on finding a nausea. She was focused on finding her brother. Focused almost to the point of recklessness. Fumbling in the dark with aplomb. But something changed when she saved their lives. She ignited the dying embers of hope within them. She gave them the courage to fight for survival. And now, Sophie leads the way. I don't know where we'll end up, but I know they'd follow her into the darkest depths. Would I follow? If I answered that truthfully, I might just surprise myself. However, none of this will matter if we aren't careful. There's danger ahead. The next stop in our journey is that tower. Why did the rune guide her here? Well, I suppose we're soon to find out.
We're here already? It hasn't been much of a journey yet, has it?
Is that a bad thing? There's nothing wrong with an easy adventure. It's our first one, after all.
Yeah, but when things are too easy, I feel like something's off.
You're not gonna let a feeling stop you, right? As long as we can find a way home, I don't care how long it takes to get to that tower.
And what if we don't find a way home?
We look for another way. We keep going until we reach our goal. And that goal is the tower.
Hold on a second. We should probably investigate the surroundings first. Discretion is the better part of valor, after all.
From here, it looks pretty barren. Even fiends would think twice about living in that rubble.
Now that I take a better look, you're right. It's about ready to collapse. That tower in the ruin had a certain majesty.
See? Don't let the high of adventure cloud your better judgment. This isn't the tower we're looking for.
Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. We won't know until we check it out, right?
Right! Anything beats standing around in this wasteland. Ready?
Well, would you look at that? Finally, a sign.
To the Tower of Hope. A little on the nose, don't you think?
So, we finally have a name. A name that doesn't really fit its surroundings. It's hard to feel hopeful with no one around.
I have a feeling there's plenty of fiends to keep us company.
Hello? Anyone here? If you're hiding, we don't mean you any harm.
You! What are you doing?
I'm Sophie. We've come here to find a way out of here. The runes showed us this tower, and eventually, the man opened up a little. He was part of a different group that came to the tower after seeing it in a rune. But they weren't here for the same reason we were. They didn't care about going home. They were here to fight. Their mission was to repel the warrior of despair, who was foretold to bring ruin to this world. They called themselves the Keepers, and they would defend the tower at all costs.
This tower's name is no accident. It's the last bastion of hope for Palamecia. We have sworn our lives to defend it. It will not fall before the very last of us does. And not a single person here would say otherwise.
That's pretty impressive.
We are in dire need of capable fighters. Our captain Marsalis will surely welcome you with open arms. He can usually be found patrolling the area.
I had no idea this tower held such significance. That it would inspire such fervent loyalty. It takes dedication to devote oneself so fully to a single cause.
I won't deny their courage. But did you see him? Did they ever sleep?
So, What's the plan, Chief?
I'll go and meet with this Marsalis. Try and get a better feel of the situation. You guys rest here.
You got it.
Ah, haven't seen you around here before.
Yeah, I guess you could say I'm a new arrival.
Another brave soul. Our ranks swell by the day. There's no telling how many runes are out there. The Warrior of Despair doesn't stand a chance.
No, that's not why we... how should I explain? You see, the runes did guide us here. But we're not here to fight. We're here to find a way back to our own homes.
You got my hopes up for nothing. We don't need half-hearted volunteers. One weak link could spell our doom.
Then it's a good thing we're not here to join you, isn't it? As we've already said. And you act tough now, but how will you act when the Warrior of Despair comes?
We'll act with courage. We'll show no mercy. We're the only thing standing between this world and despair.
For such a grand name, this tower sure is run down. Stones missing here, piles of rubble there. You can barely even maintain it.
And its defenders are even more ragged.
Watch it.
Except for you, I guess.
You don't know what it's like. The fiends are relentless. We can barely sleep, let alone perform repairs. We try to make it like the one in the rune, soaring, majestic, but we...
Wait, you're trying to recreate the tower? I thought you were defending it from the Warrior of Despair. So why do you need a tower in the first place? What makes this any different from any other pile of rocks?
What are you talking about? We're building the tower because it was in the rune. It needs to be a shining beacon, to lure in the agents of evil, from near and far. And finally, the Warrior of Despair will come.
Yeah, but if you really wanted to take him down, wouldn't it be, you know, a better idea to bring the fight to him? Maybe you could even catch him off guard. Besides, there's no guarantee he'll ever step foot in this tower.
You...
I think you hit a nerve there, Sophie.
spirits seem low, no matter where we look.
Well, they're building the tower while fighting off an army of hungry fiends. There's no time for them to be happy. There's barely time to sleep.
And this place is supposed to be a bastion of hope. You can't live on ideals alone.
Looks can be deceiving, you know. An exhausted face can hide a hopeful heart. And laughter can be a mask for despair.
Hey there, you doing all right?
All right.
How long have you been working? I might have just arrived, but anyone can see this isn't sustainable. How are you gonna celebrate your victory when you're exhausted?
Celebrate? What?
Yeah. What else would you do after you defeat the Warrior of Despair? The world will be saved. You can do what you want.
What I want? I hadn't even considered that.
Huh?
Our lives revolve around fighting our enemies and building the tower. There's no time to think about anything else. Build, fight, build, fight. Every day the same thing. How long have we even been doing this? It's hard to say. More fiends. Well, enough rest.
Sophie, there you are. Your reputation precedes you. I am Marsalis, elected to lead the Keepers in defense of this tower.
I told him about the long string of events that led me here to the tower. My departure from the village, my meeting with Echo, and the visions of the rune. Everyone, rise and fight! This tower is your hope, our hope! Defend it! We have to fight, and we have to survive! And then, we can go home! And so we're here. Long story. All of us are looking for a way home, and the tower seemed like the place to start. If you have anything that might help us, any tiny bit of a clue, we'd be grateful.
I must say I admire your determination. Your journey must have been fraught with danger. That is why it pains me to say I cannot offer you the help you need.
What do you mean?
We all gathered here for one reason and one reason alone. To fight. This place is as much a home as anywhere else we know.
But what will you do when this all ends? There must be someone you want to go back to.
No, not that I can remember at least. The Dark Flood washed away all of our memories. This tower is all we have.
Ah, right. I'm sorry for being thoughtless.
There is nothing for you to apologize for, Sophie. I would be lying if I said I was not envious of your journey, your purpose. With no memories of home, the visions of the ruins are our world. If we had what you do, things might be different. However, someone must defend against the Warrior of Despair. It might as well be us. None will say the Keepers did not give every ounce of themselves to their mission.
But it's like I said before, the fight can't go on forever, right? Right?
It does not matter. It has not ended yet. And the trials in front of us are many. We must focus on that.
I see.
Still, I hope your own mission succeeds. If you wish to stay with us, you may do as you please.
Thank you, Captain Marsalis.
Well, it doesn't look like we'll have any luck here. No point in hanging around. It's a bit sad. I've come to like these guys.
Me too. They look so exhausted on the outside, but they're completely devoted to their work. I don't understand where it comes from.
They just have a different philosophy about work than you do. They treat things a bit more seriously.
Yeah, I guess I wouldn't exactly call myself serious.
The Keepers all have a shared purpose. That's what keeps them going in the face of hardship.
Really?
The Dark Flood washed away the very things that made them human. Without memories, without a purpose, what were they? When you forget what you are, you forget why you're even alive in the first place. The runes helped fill that hole in them. The stories they showed restored what was taken away. They decided to fight for hope until the last man. Do not fear death! And all that. I can't help but wonder, is it worth it? Does devoting your life to fighting others really make you whole?
I don't know. They seemed ready to die for their mission. It's all a bit grim if you ask me.
Maybe they're not looking for a way to live, but a way to die. To give their lives in the name of hope. That's the tale they've chosen to be a part of.
Sounds like a sad tale.
The fiends are closing in. We'll be overwhelmed if we can't drive them back. Will you help?
Sometimes it's best to take a step back and assess the situation. Figure out what you can do and what you can't do. But I know Sophie. She would charge forward no matter what. I guess that's part of her charm.
Our defenses are crumbling, but I have a plan. Draw them to the weak points, and there we will cut them down.
Sir!
Maintenance can wait. For now, stand by.
Sir!
So, where do you want us, Chief?
You're not running?
Wouldn't dream of it. Not anymore.
Captain Marsalis, allow us to help. We'll drive the fiends back to their caves.
The Keepers will remember this.
All right, are you ready?
Yeah!
Somehow.
Now you should rest, while you still can.
No, it's only a matter of time until they come again. We must tend to the wounded and shore up our defenses. There is much to be done and little time to do it.
A dead man gets no work done. You rest.
I can rest in the next life.
They can't go on like this for much longer.
Try what I might, they will not stop. It is as if the rune's tale compels them past their limits. All the better. For this is the world's last bastion of hope. If we were not prepared to sacrifice everything, then I would be worried.
You all seem very committed to your cause. But is it really necessary? Does the world need you to give your lives in its defense?
We fight for the world's sake. What nobler cause could there be?
I'm not sure.
Our sacrifice keeps the world safe. If we can die believing that, then I can imagine no more comforting an end. There is nothing more frightening than to live a life devoid of accomplishment, devoid of memories, followed by a meaningless death.
The fiends are regrouping. We must prepare our defenses.
Already? Very well. What will you do?
We'll fight.
We need help! The tower's wall can't hold up for much longer.
We have not enough hands, but I shall find a way. You, hold the line.
Are you sure they don't need our help fixing the wall?
Yes, we have our orders, our roles to fill. If we abandoned our positions now, who would protect the others? We do our jobs and give them enough time to finish the repairs. Simple as that. We need to trust each other to do our own parts.
You're right. We stay here.
Our job is just to keep the fiends at bay. I like the simplicity of it.
Jobs? Roles? Sounds an awful lot like the collective, doesn't it? You okay with that, Sophie? Aren't they your enemies?
Well, I guess it's fine. It's not all bad, I suppose. You know, what's wrong with doing our job? I think it can be pretty great, actually. If we do what we're best at, we can achieve more together than any one of us could alone. We definitely don't need to hate each other because of our beliefs.
Interesting.
The fiends are drawing near, and in greater numbers than we have ever seen. This battle may not be one we can win. You need not die here with us. After all, you have homes waiting for you. Find them.
What? You're just accepting your death?
It's a tough choice, isn't it? Your safest bet to make it home is to run. Leave them to their own devices.
But I'd never!
You gonna stay here?
well...
You have to ask yourself, where do you want to be, right now?
Here.
Sophie, what are you still doing here? I told you to leave, for your own safety.
We will, but not now. We're not gonna leave you and the rest of the Keepers to die. That's not who we are. You all deserve to go home. Hope isn't worth dying for. It's worth living for. Worth fighting for. But I won't make anyone fight who doesn't want to.
You won't have to make us. Our minds are made up.
Besides, it's too late to run.
And I've been waiting for a battle to really test my mettle. That doesn't mean you have to stay, though. Isn't your brother waiting for you?
Of course, but he'll understand. He knows that sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do. I'm staying. So that settles it. We're fighting by your side and I won't hear another word about it.
Thank you. However, if the worst should come to pass...
Not another word.
Understood.
And so a new chapter in your story begins. How will it go? I suppose we'll just have to live through this to see the end, won't we?
I've never seen anything like that. What do you guys have that we don't?
Maybe it's hope. Hope that we'll make it home somehow, even if we can't remember where that is.
That's it? Come on. If it was that easy, anyone could fight like you. Even us.
The fiends aren't letting up! I've never seen them attack in such numbers before.
Meeting them in the field is suicide. Our best chance is to retreat to the tower and repel their assault. Are you ready, men?
We'll fight to the bitter end.
I will make our last stand here and now!
Today is a good day to die.
Speak for yourselves. I'm not dying. Not here.
I understand. You still have so much to live for. Flee while we distract the fiends.
I'm not running either.
Then what are you gonna do, huh?
Simple. I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna find my home, and I'm gonna find my brother, no matter what. But right now, I'm not running from anything. This won't be the end of my journey. It'll just be another stop on the way to its end.
So, Chief, what's the plan from here?
There's one step. We are gonna crush every last one of these fiends.
Every last one, huh? So how many is that for each of us?
We can count them after we're done.
That's right. They won't dare come back after we're through with them. Everyone, listen up! I know each one of you is prepared to die for Palamisia, for what you believe in. But join us, and we'll see tomorrow!
But how can we win against that?
Trust me, you're brave to fight a losing battle, but that bravery can help you survive. Our tale begins here. The tale of the Returners!
The Returners? Is she talking about us?
Guess so. It's the first time I've heard of it.
You know, I like it. A fitting name for those who are looking for home.
So, we're the returners now.
Suppose we are. It feels good to have a name, doesn't it? Looks like it's settled. The returners are ready to rock.
Simple yet effective. Guess I can't knock it.
Sorry, brother. I want to meet you more than anything, but I have to take care of something else first. I know you'll understand. But you have to try and focus on now. Think about staying alive, and eventually, it'll come together somehow. You might even get your memories back. You might remember. So you see, I have to stand and fight, for everyone's sake, for our sake. We'll meet each other before you know it.
Sophie, put the rune away! We have more deadly matters to attend to!
Right. Let's go.
It's only gonna get more dangerous from here. You sure you're up for this, Sophie?
Ha! You already know the answer to that. I can do this all day.
I don't doubt that you can.
Sophie, it is good to see you unharmed. I must ask you to fall back to the rear. You have done enough for us already.
Actually, we need you in the rear more. We need someone giving orders. From back there, you can see the whole battle. It'll be a big help.
I fear it would be pointless to refuse you. To think something as simple as a desire for home would give one such courage. But I would not give to have that same fire within my belly. Blessed.
You'll have it, and then some. We just have to make it through today. Tomorrow will be a new beginning, and that goes for everyone here, no exceptions. Just follow me, and you'll always have a place.
You would allow us to go with you? To your home?
Sure, you can do whatever you want. Maybe you could even build a village of your own. A new home. Place your hope in the future of that village, and it'll thrive. This tower will be the bridge that leads you there. The bridge that leads you forward, that leads you to something entirely new.
I never considered that before.
Could we really build one?
Of course! Nothing is impossible. Not for the returners. Nothing can keep us down. Just getting started. Another day, another victory. Even if the world itself is at stake, you shouldn't throw away your lives. Death should never be what you hope for. We all have something greater ahead of us, something to look forward to. Our homes are waiting.
That light. No, it's something else. It's the light of hope.
You're right. We all have a future. We'll fight, and we'll survive.
Work together, and we'll be on the other side of this soon enough. Sophie will make sure of it.
Right. Let's roll! That's a lot to live up to. But this tower stands for something new. It'll be okay. We're on to bigger and better things, that's for sure. I won't let them down. I can't.